So we've all heard the traditional advice of if you want to get girls to actually be attracted to you and to approach you and start talking to you, you have to get jacked, and you have to become attractive, and you have to improve your sense of style, and you have to become rich and stuff like that. And what one thing that you should realize is that these things will get mostly guys coming up to you and talking to you and wanting to meet you than girls. Like it will be mostly guys walking up to you and fist bumping you, saying, telling you, "Bro, you're huge. How long do you work out for?" When you get jacked, then girls, it will mostly be guys walking up to you and saying, "Hey, nice Lambo, bro. What do you do for a living?" When you get jacked, it won't be that many girls. The thing that you have to achieve, the thing that actually gets girls to approach you and to actually start talking to you, actually has something to do with a completely different kind of status or a completely different level of status. It is the thing that gets girls to talk to you is when you have a ton of social proof. Now, social proof is, to give you an example, it's imagine you walk into a room with 10 super attractive girls who are obviously talking to you, they're super interested in you. Those 10 attractive girls are like the social proof that you have something about you which is attractive because you were able to attract those girls. And that will get other girls to start being a bit attracted to you because if you were able to attract those 10 girls, that means you must be attractive. So, what your goal should be is to get as much social proof as you can, and that will eventually end up getting girls to start kind of asking around and getting to know you. The best case scenario for this, like the highest level, is you walk into like a group of people or a party or something, and everyone kind of turns their heads to look at you. Everyone comes to greet you. Everyone wants to talk to you and everything. That's like the highest level of social proof. At that point, it's like the boss walked in, right? Maybe it's a party, a gathering, whatever, and one guy you walk in, it's like the boss walked in. The big guy walks in. Everyone wants to meet him and greet him and talk to him. That level of social proof will get girls who don't know you to be like, "Who is that guy? I want to meet him. I want to go and speak with him." And that will get them to first probably start asking around who you are, but eventually just come up to you and approach you. Now, obviously, the best case scenario would be if you were like the fucking the boss of the world, and whichever room you walked into, people wanted to meet you. But that's not really achievable for most people. If you're like a movie star or like a super famous musician, then okay, fair enough. This is why so many guys, like rappers, get so much attention from girls. They are that guy. Like when fucking Justin Bieber walks into a room, everyone looks at him and everyone wants to meet him. That's insane level of social proof, and that's why so many girls are attracted to him. Now, a way or a scale that you can actually make this work at, so a kind of a level at which you can make this work, is not to try to do this at a global level and become like the most famous guy on earth, but to find one group of people, one environment which you enjoy being in, which you frequent, and become kind of the popular guy there. Become the socially proved guy there. How you do this is you first locate your interests. Maybe you like bowling, maybe you like riding motorcycles, maybe you like drawing. Then you find events where people who have the same interests and taste come, and you go to those events. If you like motorcycles, you go to those like motorcycle meetups or whatever, like a concert where it's like a bunch of bikers. If you like drawing, you go to like a convention of art, or you go to like a museum or something. You find your interest, and then you start connecting with people who have the same interest by going to places where those people gather. Now, in modern times, a lot of us don't actually know what hobbies or interests we have because we've spent all our lives just on our phones. Like basically our phones and the internet, video games, anime, social media have basically stolen our uniqueness. They've stolen our characters. They've stolen our childhoods. Basically, it's gotten to the point where some people don't even know what interests they have. Like they spend all their day playing video games, scrolling on TikTok. They don't even know like what they really enjoy, what they're interested in. They just do these things because they're instant gratification and they're super fun. You there's no one who can say like I don't really like video games. Like video games are universally fun and you can play them whether you really are interested in them or whether you just want to kill some time. Same with social media. So first you have to locate what your hobbies and interests are. How you do this is you first leave your phone and video games and everything. You kind of sit down and you ask yourself, what did you used to enjoy as a kid before you started spending on your or having all your time stolen by these fucking companies, social media companies, and video game companies, and then kind of, or just you could also go and try a bunch of things, try a bunch of new hobbies, go experience things, and try to. You can never get back the years and the hours which were stolen from you, which were stolen from all of us by these companies, but you can try and live new experiences now and just see what kind of sticks, what you learn, and what you enjoy. So once you find that, you start going to events. Let's say you really like cars, so you start going to these car meetups where it's like everyone goes to like a parking lot, they bring in their upgraded cars, and everyone takes pictures and talks and everything. You become acquainted with one group of people who specifically go and organize these events and come to these events often. How you do this is you go to the event and you just meet everyone. You just walk up to people, what's up, bro? Nice car. Hey, where are you from? You speak with everyone. And once you do that for a few events, people start to remember you. Even if you don't specifically go and meet them, like, hello, my name is, you kind of just walk up to them. Even if you don't know their name and they don't know your name, they're gonna remember your face and they're gonna remember you as, hey, it's that guy, that really cool social guy who goes and socializes. He's a pretty fun guy. And they're gonna start inviting you over, right? You go to the event and everyone's like, hey, it's that guy, hey, come over, have a drink with us, whatever. That then starts being social proof. Because what happens is now you're acquainted with people who frequent these events, and you go to maybe a bigger event, and there, now like maybe 70% of the people there, guys who usually come over, girls. And then the 30% are like the girls, in that 30% who you don't know, are the girls, let's say maybe 10% of that 30, are girls who you've never met before. And they're kind of attractive, whatever. Those girls, when they see that you're walking around everywhere and everyone's like greeting you and everyone's like, hey, what's up? How you been, bro? Everyone knows you and everyone wants to speak with you. They're instantly gonna start being like, who is this guy? He seems to be popular, everyone seems to like him, he seems to really bring the party wherever he goes. And they're gonna start asking around about you, and eventually it's gonna lead into them walking up to you and meeting you, or someone like a mutual friend connecting you to. This is, at least as far as I know, the best way that you can get girls to actually like approach you, to become attracted enough to you that they approach you without you even having to approach them. Now, of course, when you start going to these events and being this social and everything, walking up to girls and approaching them is gonna be super easy. Like you'll walk up to a group where like 5 guys and there will be, or 5 people, and there will be like one extra girl who you don't know, and you'll just start talking to her naturally, and you'll get a bunch of numbers and Instagrams or whatever, and meet a bunch of girls that way. But a lot of them will just walk up to you and be like, who is this guy? I want to meet him. And they'll meet you kind of through mutual friends or through just that. You kind of become the leader almost, the popular guy in these specific events. And when you go there, that's where you have all the status, that's where everyone knows you, and that's where you can attract the most girls. So your actionable step for this video would be to locate an interest. So find some sort of interest that you have. Find an event or a group of people who meet up and talk about this hobby, talk about the thing. Start going to these events, meet as many people as you can, And before you know it, you'll become the popular guy there, and the momentum will just start to carry it. As you know more people, you'll meet more girls, and you just start getting a lot more attraction from the girls. If you found this video helpful, I think you'll find a lot of value in this video right here. Click on the subscribe button and do the work.